WCPW Owner Bigtime coming to you today from the Bigtime office for the very first time. And why am I doing this? Why am I making this special appearance on Twitter? It's because I want to talk to Mr. Donald J. Trump. That's right, the so-called president. And the reason that I want to talk to you, Mr. Orange Man, is because I think I am confident enough to say that after 23 years of being the most controversial man in the Chicago independent wrestling scene of all time, that I know a bad guy when I see one. So, from one bad guy to another, I want to show you something. Today in the mail, I got your stimulus check. Now, I don't call it my stimulus check, I call it your stimulus check. And the reason that I do that is because despite the fact that millions of Americans are starving, out of work, losing their business, and a whole plethora of other problems, you held off on these checks. You held off on issuing these checks just so you can get your name on it. Now, I want everybody to see, I had to open this only to cover the sensitive information, so I don't want anybody finding out the lair, the secret bat cave of Bigtime, and coming to Casa de Bigtime to get a bunch of autographs. But this is the stimulus check, and I want you to see right here that that orange baboon delayed them so he could put his name as if he was giving us the money himself. Well, Mr. Trump, I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth like you were. My good fortunes have come to me in the last decade or so. Thank you, Vince. But I want to show you that not only do I not need anything from you, but I don't want anything from you. And I know not every American is in a position to do what I am about to do. But I want you to know that I have always believed that while they say money cannot buy you happiness, which I've always found to be a subjective thing. I mean, if you got a starving kid who hasn't eaten in 10 days and you give him some money to buy some food, that money makes him pretty happy. So I'm a personal believer in money does buy you happiness. But what I do know for a fact, without any dispute, is that money does give you power. And I think it's very important that those of us who have money and those of us who have the power continue to speak truth to that power. And so what I am going to do today is I am going to get out my handy little paper shredder. ID Defender. You see that? I don't know if you can, but I want to make this gesture to Mr. Donald Trump. Keep your money, pal. You wanted to put your name on my check. I don't want anything from you. I don't think the American people want anything from you. I don't need anything from you except for you to leave the White House on January 20th after Joe Biden defeats you on November 3rd. So, Mr. Trump, thanks, but no thanks. And on that, you orange orangutan, you can frame it up.